This video will go over how ranked works, from how it plays to how you climb. I will try to future-proof this video as much as possible, but the ranked playlist will constantly be updated. Check the pinned comment for any changes. Ranked is the competitive playlist for Rainbow Six Siege. Most multiplayer games will have some form of competitive playlist these days. If you've never played Ranked, here's a quick rundown. It's bomb only and you get 45 seconds of prep time with 3 minutes for the action phase. When you get into a game, you get the choice of 5 maps. Each team can ban 1 map or not ban at all. The map with the most votes gets banned. If there is a tie for a ban on a team, it is randomized between the 2 maps. 1 map is then picked from the maps that weren't banned. You then get to the operator bans. It's done in the following order: defending team bans an attacker, attacking team bans an attacker, attacking team bans a defender, defending team bans a defender. The bans impact both teams and there is a no ban option available. It's the best of 6 with a role swap after the 3rd round. So if you attack first, you play 3 rounds of attack followed by 3 rounds of defense if needed. Overtime is a best of 3. Here's the part of the video that people have a lot of frustration with. Everything in the current rank system revolves around the hidden skill metric. The easiest way to think of it is that you have 2 ranks. The rank you get whilst playing ranked is the visible rank. It visualizes your climb for you. The other rank is your skill rating, which would be your actual rank. This is completely hidden from everyone. Nobody knows what the hidden skill rating actually is, but once you understand how it works, then you can guesstimate it. All playlists will have their own skill rating for you. If you've never played a playlist, you will start out at a default rating, which will adjust as you win or lose games. The more games you play, the more accurate your skill rating will be. Just a note on this though, while all the playlists have their own skill-based matchmaking, they are weighted differently across the playlist. That's why you can stomp in quick match but might get stomped on ranked. It's not the same skill rating. Your hidden skill rating is what determines the RP you gain or lose after a ranked game. RP distribution is easier understood if we maintain the idea that we have 2 ranks. The closer your visible rank is to your hidden one, the less RP you will gain. If your visual rank starts to exceed your hidden rank, you will start to have bigger losses. This is because the system is trying to pull you back into the rank it thinks you belong in. Generally, your gains will never increase. So, at the start of a season, your gains from a win will cap out at around 122. This initial gain is influenced by your skill rating too. You will never gain more than the RP from your initial win. Your gains will gradually shrink as you keep playing and get closer to your hidden skill. Your losses will start out from as little as 3 RP, but they will increase. Once you start losing more than 3, they will never decrease again. When your gains and losses are fairly close together, that's when you've reached the rank the game thinks you belong in. There are 2 exceptions to this. If you notice that your gains or losses have randomly jumped, there's probably something else that caused it. The most likely scenario is MMR rollback. Normally you will see this when you're at the menu, but it may also be tacked on at the end of a game if the timing lines up. Also, there is Demotion Protection. If you're on 12 RP and you have a loss that is over 12 RP, rather than demoting, you will go to 0 RP. If you lose again, you will demote and be set at 75 RP, no matter how much you would normally lose. So, how does matchmaking work? Well, it's based off your hidden skill rating. If you've never played ranked, it will start you out at whatever the hidden default is. You will always be matched with players of a similar skill rating. This is why the visual rank doesn't matter. You see a guy with a diamond or champ charm or background, doesn't matter. You're in that lobby because your skill rating is similar. If you are in a squad, you will get a phantom player assigned to your squad. What this does is it considers 2 things: the size of your squad and the difference of skill in the squad. The phantom player is then assigned its own skill rating based on these things to try to balance the overall skill rating of the team. A phantom player is assigned to each squad in a team. So if there's 2 duos or a duo and a trio, you'll have 2 phantom players. There's also team rebalancing, which will look at all the squads in the lobby and rebalance the teams if required. An example being a trio and a duo versus 5 solo queue players. The lobby will be rebalanced to have one of the stacks with some solo queue players and even the overall skill of the teams. So, right now, we don't know what impacts your skill rating. All we can really assume is that it's based on wins and losses. It's pretty hard to measure individual impact in team-based games outside of that. So, while it can be hard to increase your skill rating, you can do it. The more games you win, the more it will increase. Just be careful as it works the other way too. Your previous ranks will also have an impact on your skill rating. This makes it easier for you to reach a rank you previously attained. However, it can also make it harder for you to climb outside of that rank. I'm going to make a separate video on how to improve, but if you're struggling to climb outside of your rank, you should probably stop and analyze your games. You can improve just by playing, but you will improve faster with analysis. Losses are the best way to learn, but there are opportunities to learn in every game, including wins. After a tough game, you can go to career, replays, and select the game you want to replay. Turn off the outlines unless you have a specific moment you want to check, otherwise the outlines won't really help you in your analysis. You want to see how you spend your time and how you build to certain moments. Are you wasting your prep phase? Could you be more efficient with your time? Be critical, but do not be cruel. You want to identify weaknesses in your gameplay and how you can improve. Are you making the same mistake over and over again? If so, why? And how could you do things differently? This is where I remind you, if you care about your rank, don't rush into ranked. If you're new to the game, level 50 is not going to prepare you for the ranked experience. Rushing into ranked too soon could make it harder for you to climb in following seasons. I would say you're ready for ranked when you know all of the maps in the rank pool, know how to gather intel effectively, and have a healthy pool of operators you can use. One-tricking in Siege is generally a bad idea, especially with operator bans. You should be able to read into your team's lineup and fill any slots you think are missing. Maybe you need someone to deny the wall, or maybe you need someone to breach the wall. Take your time with learning, you'll thank yourself for it later.